is Eric.
And my name is Emma. We want to talk to you about fossil fuel pollution. There has been a lot of pollution from fossil fuels such as coal, natural gas, oil, and gasoline.
The solution to this problem is to significantly reduce the pollution from fossil fuels.
We want you to file legislation in order to develop an across Massachusetts high-speed train with an alongside bicycle path, as you can see on our poster here. I go to the rail trail about 4 times a week, and I love it. And I know a lot of other people like it too, and I think it would be a very good idea to expand it across the state.
Our first reason to build a train bike trail is that it will open a lot more jobs in the state of Massachusetts.
This project would also directly decrease extra pollution. A high-speed rail would mean less cars on the road, and including a bike path next to it, that would further reduce the pollution. The first time I went on a train, there was just so much excitement, but the best part was that it was going so much faster than a car.
Lately, after completing this project, there will be a lot more tourists in our states. The tourists will either take the train or ride their bikes. The bike trail will draw a lot more tourism in the state of Massachusetts. For instance, the Northampton Bike Trail will a lot tourism in the surrounding area.
In conclusion, we think that this project would help the state quite a bit, and we hope you'll consider it. Thank you for coming to meet with us.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for the excellent presentation, and I'm impressed at how good you are in terms of your presentation. So thank you for that. No, I support this, and we are working right now on trying to get money to expand a rail system, not only here in Massachusetts but across the country. You know, I live in Worcester, and for a long time there was no commuter rail from Worcester to Boston, and so everyone had to drive their cars. We've since got commuter rail, and now the trains are filled, and people get to work if they work in Boston a lot quicker. We want to get it from Worcester to Springfield, and then we want it from, you know, we want to be able to connect it from New York all the way up to Canada. Now, one of the problems we're having is that the existing rail is owned by a freight rail company, and they don't want to share it with passenger rail. They own it. They don't want to share it, and we're trying to figure out ways whether they would allow us to build a new track next to it, and they're right now resisting that. And the problem we have with building a rail line outside of what exists is that then you have to get into issues like whose backyard is the train going to go through? Is there a straight line? Do we have to take property? And it gets more complicated. But we're working on it. I'll just say one final thing. You know, I don't know how many of you have ever been to Europe, but if you've ever been on a train in Europe, it is spectacular. I mean, they're fast, and they're nice, and they're easy to ride. We want to do that here. But what gets you interested in this subject?
Well, for me, I think fossil fuel pollution is a big problem, and I also like
and I hope you're upset that Donald Trump got us out of the Paris Climate Agreement.
Yeah, but they recently, a few years ago, they expanded the bike trail into Northampton,
Which is wonderful. Yeah.
which is wonderful. But my dad thought that they should have expanded it the other direction because you have all the way to Boston when you're going through Belchertown.
So and there's some and people are trying to do that. You're trying to find contiguous land where you could do it. We're actually in Worcester. We try to do a bike path from Worcester to Providence, Rhode Island. It'd be nice that I could hook up to one that would get you to here. But you said you rode on the train. Where did you ride from?
I went to, I don't remember the exact one, but I remember riding to Broadway in the train.
Yeah. And I actually took the train from New York City to Northampton one time. And there's a lot of stops that you have to take, but it was great because I could actually read on the train. I could take a nap on the train. I could have a snack on the train. I could walk around on the train, and it was so much better than driving. But it was packed, and And so a lot of people, I think, have the same opinion.
And this idea would also help in more than one way. It would reduce fossil fuel
Yeah.
pollution, and it would help people who are trying to get to work who don't have a car.
And it, it'd do another thing too, it would lessen the wear and tear on our roads, and meaning that we wouldn't have to spend as much to repair them all the time. So, and it's also safer. I mean, there are more car accidents, and stuff like that. But that's a great presentation, I mean, thank you very much, appreciate it.
Thank you.
I support it, so we don't need necessarily separate legislation, what we need to do is get the money to do it, and we're working on that. And getting the state, on the federal, getting the state to buy into this plan. But I'm on your side of this, so we're trying. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice job. So, I think our second group.